Hello friends, it's Lorraine with Rags to Stitches USA. Today is Sunday, September 24th, and thank you for coming by for a visit. If you are new here, I hope that you enjoy what you see and that you will come back and visit again. If you are a subscriber, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel and for watching my videos all the way to the end. In my video that I did a couple of, I don't know, maybe a month ago or so now, I had said how I am trying to rack up enough viewed hours to monetize. Not that I want to make money off of these videos, but I want to have some sort of control over the amount of videos that is put into my, the amount of ads that are put into my videos. And maybe I'd have some sort of control about where those ads show up, because some of my videos are just riddled with ads, and that makes me very unhappy. So I'm trying to increase my number of subscriptions, and more importantly well, I guess equally important, to increase the number of watched hours so that I qualify to be monetized. As I've said before, I am not interested in making money off of this channel, but I would like to have a little bit more control over some of these ads. So if you are being so kind as to watch all the way through to the end of this video, I appreciate it. I do try to keep my videos around 30 minutes, and I am going to try to produce videos a little more often. So as I said, I think in my last video, September is the month of retreats for me. I had 4 retreats to attend in the month of September. So I have 2 down, and I had 2 to go, but I did have to back out of one of the retreats that I was planning on attending. I'm very sad about that, but I'm already planning on going next year. So the most fun to me about a lot of these retreats is seeing the people that you only get to see once a year or so. So I'm sad that I'm going to miss seeing my friends, but look forward to seeing them next year. So the 2 retreats that I've attended so far, the first one was a retreat with one of our local sampler guilds here in Georgia. It was the Magnolia Sampler Guild. And our retreat was held in, I think it was Covington, Georgia. And Jane McDonald and Emily Gale Wyatt did an amazing job on this retreat. We had so much fun. It was so well planned and well executed, and they just made it fun the entire time we were there. It was one of the retreats where you don't have a designer there, and there's not a local cross stitch shop, but we didn't miss it. We had so much fun. They did an excellent job. So I'm very thankful to that, to them for putting on such a great retreat. I don't have any of my my goodies to show here. I didn't bring those in with me, but it was kind of the theme of the retreat was a murder of crows. So murder being the quantity of crows, like a herd of cattle or a litter of puppies. It was a murder of crows. And so Emily Gale kind of turned it into a murder mystery. And it was a lot of fun. It was just a lot of fun. So thank you, Jane and Emily Gale, for all the work that you put into that. The second retreat that I went to was at Quilter Station in Lee's Summit, Missouri. And they gave us this little travel mug that was waiting on us when we got there, and so was this little pair of scissors. And I've already got a little scissor fob on it that came from Beth Twist of Heartstring Samplery. She was one of our designers, and so her husband made this little scissor fob from one of the trees on their property. Oops, let's see. Well, there we go. And I thought that was kind of neat to have something that he had made. Oh, you know what? That was upside down. Here we go. That's better. So let's see, I can go ahead and show you maybe one of the project that we got from Beth. Now these projects, I'm assuming, are going to be exclusive to Quilter Station for, usually it's for a year. So I'm assuming that this will be the case for this one as well. So the project that we got from Beth, from Heartstring Samplery, is the Americana Mamas. And you may have seen a recap of this retreat from other floss tubers, and other floss tubers I'm sure will do a much better job of recapping than I will. But I did want to just hit the high points here. So this is Beth's Americana Mamas. And so it's a chart featuring Lady Justice and Rosie the Riveter and Lady Liberty. And there was also a pattern in there to stitch each of these individually into 3 little pillows. So she gave us the chart and the fabric and all the flosses, and here again from her husband's workshop, the little thread keep and the trims, which came from Lady Dot. So that was a fun little project that she gave us. And then Alma with Blackbird Designs was there. And so she gave us a couple of little projects that were all tied up in a real pretty little package that I'm dropping right now. The first one is the Sweet Bird Sing. And so it's a housewife, you know, that folds up, unfolds, and it's like a little sewing kit in the inside, but this is the outside of it, and the 2 birds there, 3 birds here. Such a pretty little piece, And she gave us the fabric and all the flosses and the little piece of wool to go on the inside of the housewife, as well as the fabrics to go inside. And then she also gave us a pattern for a little pen pillow called In the Open Field, and it's featuring a couple of those little birds. So I love these little projects as well. Can't go wrong with a blackbird, right? And then Linda with Chessie and Me. I'm not going to try to say her last name because I'm sure I will mispronounce it. Gave us this Christmas pillow. It was beautiful. These just do not, you know, the pattern pictures never do these projects justice. This was a really sweet little pillow. And she gave us all of the threads for those. They are the hand-dyed flosses and the fabric to do this little pen pillow, this little Christmas pillow. So I may start on that pretty soon. I'm excited to do that one. It really was very pretty. So I may start on that one pretty soon. And then the other project that we got on that retreat was a project from Lady Dot Creates. And it was a little needle book. Let's see if I've got a picture of it here. She gave us very, very detailed instructions, very colorful instructions. She did an excellent job with that. I did not get mine finished. We probably could have taken enough time to do that, but fully finishing things is not my favorite thing to do, and I have to be in the right frame of mind to do that. And so I did not get mine finished, but here is my my things. I got close, y'all. So this is the the little needle book will open up like that. And then on the inside, this will be a place to hold scissors. Now, these are not together yet, but this is a little hinge that will put them together like that, and that's how they will open. And then there will be some ribbon that we'll use to attach them together. And there's some pom-pom trim. She showed us how to separate the pom-pom trim. That was really a fun thing to learn. And then on this side, there's some hand-dyed rickrack that will go around the edges. And then this piece of wool, there will be bone rings to sew in. There's some little bone rings to sew in there. Anyway, this will be really fun to have. So I probably will just take one evening, and that's all it will take, would be one evening to get this finished. It wouldn't even take a whole evening. I just got to be in the right frame of mind to do it. So anyway, that was our retreat at the Quilter Station. Had a great time, an absolute fantastic time. Didn't get much stitching done at Quilter Station at all. You know, I may have gotten those two retreats backwards. I can't remember which one was first. It's been a lot going on here at our house lately. But I think Quilter Station must have been first. And then we went on the retreat for the Magnolia Guild. And while I was at the Magnolia Guild, I got a lot more stitching done. And one of the things that I worked on was my 30-minute a day piece from Threads of Gold. It's the Sarah Monday sampler. And I really did enjoy working on this one. This is one that I found in a storage drawer in my basement, and it had probably been in that drawer for decades. And it had gotten separated from the pattern and separated from the flosses, but they eventually all got reunited, and I started working on it again after decades of languishing in that drawer. So I worked on it for 30 minutes a day until I got right here at the end. And so once I got down to the retreat, I was ready to just go ahead and finish this one up, which I did. So here is Miss Sarah Monday. Let's see. I don't think I can get it all. Well, maybe no, I can't get it all in one shot, but it's close. I'll give you a little bit closer look. There are, of course, many mistakes in here, and a lot of stains, a lot of ghost letters, which I don't mind at all. I don't know how old Sarah was when she stitched this, but as I was stitching this, I thought, you know, I think if Sarah and I lived during the same time period, we could probably be friends. We could probably be friends because she wasn't the most perfect stitcher. And neither am I. But I think we both enjoyed what we were doing. And apparently, I don't know, like I say, I don't know how old she was. I did find mistakes, if you call them that, in these little girl samplers. One thing that I did, that did happen while I was on the retreat, once I finished it, I had it laying out on the table, and some people were coming by and looking at it. And Sweet Sue Fig looked at it, and she goes, "Is that supposed to be filled in right there?" And of course it was. There was a, you know, I don't even remember now what it was. I think it may have been maybe one of these things right here. Maybe I had stitched the white on these two, but had left that one out. So I was so thankful that Sue saw that. But then the inside of this animal, I'm not even sure what kind of animal that is, that was not stitched in the sampler on this side, but there's another one around here somewhere, and it was stitched in. Oh, this one on this side. So the little black doggy, or whatever it was, it had a stitched tummy, but this red one did not. And so I left it true to Miss Sarah Monday. But I truly enjoyed stitching on this, and I will miss it, actually. now that it's finished. But I will probably leave it lying on my dining room table and go by and look at it every once in a while just to double check and make sure there are no missing pieces that that I had not noticed before, and then I will get it framed. Or I may actually try to see if my husband might be able to frame this one for me. We have the tools, and we have a lot of frames, so this might be a good one for him to practice on. Another one that I worked on while I was at the retreat and was hoping to get a finish on it is His Eye is on the Sparrow by Heartstring Samplery. I got to visit with Beth Twist while I was at Quilter Station and show her my piece, and she could not have been sweeter. She was so precious, and she acted like it really tickled her to see my piece, even though it wasn't quite finished, but it was pretty close. And I said, you know, I hesitated to even approach her and show her, and she, like I said, she couldn't have been more gracious. She said, no, people don't show me their works very often, and it really does tickle her when they do that. So I was glad that I did. So I had hoped to get it finished, but here's the top of it. The top's been finished for a while. So my goal is to get this finished for my journey piece, and we will be meeting on the 15th, I think, of October. So I have to have this finished by the 15th of October. And you see this bird right here? I have to make a similar bird over here. And then there's a little bitty plant, a little flower right there that will go in front. And I think I barely got a little start on that right there at my needle. Those are the only things I have to do. I've got to stitch that plant over here and that bird over here, and then I'll be finished. So I will be going on another retreat this month, and that will be what I will work on. And hopefully I will come back with a finish on this one. So I'm so excited. Here again, this is His Eye is on the Sparrow by Heartstring Samplery. I love it. So now that I finished Sarah Monday, that was my 30-minute a day piece. So now I have to start on another 30-minute a day piece. And I really had not thought it out a whole lot. I kind of like to work on pieces for my 30-minute a day that I'm not in a hurry to get finished with, or that I don't particularly, it's not my favorite to work on. Maybe I'm stitching with 2 threads, or maybe it has satin stitches or specialty stitches that, you know, I may not be as comfortable with. So that's usually what I work on for my 30-minute a day piece, because, you know, I can do anything for 30 minutes, you know, and once you get going on it, you enjoy it. So anyway, I have not taken the time to really think this one out. And this particular piece was kind of on top of my whip pile. So for right now, this is my 30-minute a day piece. I don't know that it will continue to be, but it's the Red and Green Carnation Sampler by Samplers Remembered. Isn't that right? Yeah, Samplers Remembered. This was a club piece that we received, but I think it's available now for purchase. So I am stitching this with the called for flosses on the called for fabric, and this is where I am on that. So I know this week this will be my 30-minute a day project. I don't know if it will continue to be until it's finished, or if I will insert something else instead, because this one goes fairly quickly. I don't think there are any specialty stitches in it. It doesn't use very many colors of floss. I think maybe 4 or 5, not many. It's just reds and greens. So I do like this one. It's not going to be very big. Let's see where I am on this. I think I am starting on this A. So I'm halfway finished, I guess. So that will be, at least this week, that will be my 30-minute a day project. And then I am also working on a sal with some of the girls from the North Alabama stitching group, and they are working on Feast of Friendship by Blackbird Designs. This is so pretty. I know there have been several different sals with this one, and I can't decide if I'm gonna leave the words Feast of Friendship, or I saw on Instagram someone else had changed, instead of putting Feast of Friendship, they had changed it to an alphabet there and made it a true sampler. So I'm not sure if I'm not sure what I'm gonna do there, but I'm a long way from making that decision because I just have barely started this. I think I've got like 300 stitches in it so far. So excuse the threads there. I am stitching this on Lakeside Linens Buttercream, and I'm using the called for flosses. So that's as big as it's gonna be. That's the width of it, and well, almost the width of it. There'll be some little leaves right here that stick out that far. And then that's basically the bottom of it. So it's not gonna be very big. So now that I have finished Sarah Monday, and I'm almost finished with Sparrow, I'll have more time to devote to that. And I think I want to start another new start. I may be stitching on, I didn't bring it in here. I can't decide what my next new start's going to be. I'll probably start something new though when I go to this next retreat. I like to have new retreat starts. I didn't do a new retreat start at either one of the retreats that I just went to. So I may start one of the projects that I got, or I may start one that's been languishing in my drawer of future starts, or I may just pick up some old whips. Heaven knows I've got plenty of old whips that I can choose from. But anyway, I am going to be busy the rest of this month. It's going to be a fun month, but it's going to be a busy month. I don't think there's anything else that I had here that I wanted to show you. I did have, when we went to Quilter Station, there was a lady there, and there were a couple of ladies there that had done some really cute, they had blinged out their baskets in a really cute way. And so Cheryl and I, you know, our eyes went, oh, we just loved it. So we started trying to acquire the pieces that we would need to bling out our baskets as well. So I have gotten most of the things that I need, so I will show those on my next video. I know this is probably going to be a little bit shorter than what I normally do, but I have got some getting ready that I need to do. So I will probably cut this one a little short for today, and just again, thank you for you know what? I think I'll do a giveaway. If you have stuck with me this long, thank you. Thank you for staying with me this long. And I'm ill prepared for this. This is kind of a spur of the minute thing, but I have an extra pattern. I'm pretty sure I have an extra pattern of the chart for Sarah Monday. I just acquired that in an auction that I participated in for our friend Angela Hamilton. I bought a box of some of her things, and I think that Sarah Monday chart was in that box. And so if you are interested in stitching little Sarah Monday, it's not little, it's a hefty little chart, but it's a fun one. There aren't any specialty stitches. There's a few back stitches in there, wonky back stitches like for hair, and her hair, she stitched her hair really funny. So that's really it. There's not any special, oh, there are some satin stitches. But that's the extent of the specialty stitches. So if you are interested in me sending you that chart, just make a comment below and I will draw from any of you that are interested. So here again, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. Thank you for subscribing and ringing the little bell and all the things, all the things. So until I see you again, God bless.